Righto, traders. I'm going to run through last week's trade signals and have a look at the outcome. Okay, the first one. We're just running alphabetically from the top. I've highlighted these in green on the right so we can easily track them. So Aussie Swissy. All right, this one was stop loss was taken out on that. Euro Aussie. Right, let me explain. What I'm tending to do, because we've got a really volatile market, is I'm opening these and I'll close them at the end of the session. So I might open at, say, Asia or London. And then as we head into the next session, opening time, I'll close the basket of trades, right? So I'll usually, I don't know, a small basket of trades. So I'll end up just closing down all of them. So this first Euro Aussie could have been accompanied, with a couple of others. Oh, and the other thing that I'm doing as well is I'll look to close when the indicators tell us that we might see a pullback, and then I'm going to re-enter. I missed that pullback and I ended up getting in here. Right, so what we do is we secure the entire position. We close everything here, reopen, close the position here, reopen, close the position here. And that way we are confirming our profits. This one, all right, so I'm looking for trend continuation basically. And then the markets are really volatile, guys, and they'll just reverse out of nowhere. It is an incredibly tough market to trade at the moment. Everything's going well, and the next thing you know, the thing turns around on you. Euro CAD, yeah, see, that's a perfect example of the market turning around. So I've got indicators here that tell me when I should close. So we open the trade on a green signal here. Then when this red signal kicks in, it's telling me to get ready for a pullback. And of course, look at the pullback. Have a look at this red signal here. Look at the pullback. Green signal here. Look at that. And they're really good indicators. So I'll generally open it, and if that red signal kicks in, I'll close it and secure profits. So that's the way that we use some of these indicators. So Neuro, yeah, and look at how this can just turn around on you. This one was closed slightly better than break even for whatever reason. Euro, yeah, and I'm just chasing basically this trend here. The euro dollar, there you go, Jerome Powell. This one closed slightly better than break even. Yeah, I was looking for this to continue on. There would have been a signal on the 15-minute time frame, I think, that would have caused me to close that. Right there. Okay, so everything looks hunky-dory. This is starting to trend. So let's go long based on all of that. But then when that kicked in here, especially this one, time to close. And then look, this green signal here was a bit short-lived, but I think that one might have been a bit different. There's a whole strategy around using these indicators. If you haven't already, join us in VIP. There's a 14-day free trial. You might be pleasantly surprised if you haven't joined already. All right, pound Swiss. This one, yeah, looking for continuation. What happened with that? So we had one trade. Let me just open it 15-minute, 30-minute, I should say. Looks like that one was, this one was, yeah, one where we got taken out. I was just looking for this to continue. All right, and then it just turned around on me. And look at that, just out of nowhere, bang. It's brutal. All right, pound Kiwi. We had these ones. All right, this one's bearish, and I'm looking for continuation. I opened here. That one wasn't a trade, I don't think. I opened this one here and closed it. It would have been a 15-minute alert as well. So we got this green alert down in here, which gave us this pullback. And actually what I did, I went long then here off that green signal. So short, closed in profit. Long, pulled the stop loss to break even. Okay, hoping that we'd get that, but it came back into the stop loss, of course, and that happened. Then I opened another one long and would have closed that probably into the New York session as I was going to bed. I'm not going to be up all night. And of course, I mean, look, it could have gone either way, That was Tuesday. Oh, well, there must have been something going on there. Another event, and then Kiwi Swissy. This one closed early. Let's have a look at it on the 15-minute. There was some reason why I closed it. This is going into the New York session. Guys, there could have been a data release or something like that. I decided to close it into the news event. Would have been better off leaving it alone. But again, like seriously, things can turn around in an instant. It must have been with a basket of trades, and I ended up closing everything together while we were in profit, something like that. Generally would do that into the New York session. Last one was gold, and we had an interesting outcome with that. Again, this one I opened, and these trades are going into VIP. I'll show you where I put them. Every one of these is screenshot. I take a screenshot, I should say, and they go into here, into this Forex trades in real time. So you can, yeah, we were up 1.45. We were up 2R at one stage, I think. It was really, really nice outcome. And then, of course, we had a couple that brought me back to break even and slightly negative, and then I had to try to recover from that. But they go in here. The mentorship videos will go in here. So what I'll do is I'll upload trades, and the mentorship videos go through. We'll do a recap, and then we look at new opportunities. And there's other ideas going in here, that trades that I'm not taking, but I'm thinking about taking. Dollar CAD pullback, and I think that worked out really well. Some of my guys want to trade manually, right? So you can manually trade both of these channels here. So this is coming back to gold. Again, I'm running off, so these signals are telling me this should be bullish. So we buy, and I closed it. I closed it here. Looks like I reopened it here. I'll just have a quick look and get back. Oh, here we are, gold. Let me just sort that A to Z. We had 4 trades, gold. Okay. These are close to break even, minus 0 point. And then this was half an hour, and this was half an hour, thereabouts. Okay, 2 at break even and 2 at half an hour. So 1 hour gain all up. Let's go back to it. So they were the 2, and then this one was closed, and then this one was closed, slightly negative. This one looks like, yeah, this was a 0.5R. Okay, and this one would have been a closed in through here. Again, guys, I mean, you know, you're thinking, why don't I leave these run? Well, because the market can turn around on you, right? And again, like if this is just ranging sideways and hasn't done anything through the whole session, we really don't know if it's going to turn around on us like it did there and like it did here. All right, so I'll end up closing the basket of trades and looking to secure profits. Yeah, I mean, it's a real juggling act, managing trades at the moment with all the volatility. And it's sporadic, it's chaotic. The volatility, look at this, for example, here. That's pretty wild. Would have been nice to have caught that, but, you know, I was in bed. End of the week, I was tired. So this week we came out marginally better than break even. If I just add these up, yeah, slightly above break even. I don't have a problem with that at all, given how difficult the markets are. Well, you know, it's slightly in profit, not much, but slightly in profit. We've had consecutive profitable weeks, some better than others. All right, here's the outcome. Yeah, June, July, August. So far, August has been a little bit flat, but, you know, we're ahead. We're not behind. So, you know, 3 months, we're still in front. And, you know, if we can achieve 5R a month, that's solid. That'll build an account. And, you know, I'd like to achieve more. This one was 9R, 5R. And at the moment, August is a little slow, but let's just see how we go. Look, we know they're all green. One was slightly negative, right? Yeah. So this is tracking my new updated strategy, basically looking to tackle the volatility that's in the markets. Prior to that, it was really tough. Okay, so I've shifted gears, going with the indicators, and it's a real juggling act, as I mentioned, but you know, this builds accounts. And I mean, the thing with this, if you just let this run, compounding growth, the magic of compounding growth makes all the difference. So let's just call it per 10% period. Take that out, target 10%, you know, and let's just say you've got a $10,000 account. For every period that grows 10%, you know, the account, it'll pick up steam. Just leaving the profits in your account and letting them grow is what's really powerful about this. We're gaining 10% on 10 grand, then 11, then 12, then 13, you know, 14, 6, 16, 17, 10% on 19, 10% on 21. You see what I'm getting at? And then as it gets bigger, you know, it snowballs. And I mean, if you've got a bigger account, it's just magic. Look at the difference here. You know, it started with 55 over 24 periods. That's nearly half a $500,000 from 55,000. All right. So look, I would love to gain 10% per month. I mean, we'll see how we go, but you know, we're battling the volatility. We're coming out ahead. The best hedge funds in the world work on, anywhere from maximum 5%, but 1 to 3% is generally regarded as exceptional. 3% is exceptional per month. And I can tell you right now that, I really believe there'd only be 5% of retail traders consistently profitable in this current environment. You've got Trump with his tariffs. You've got all the political nonsense going on. The markets are up, they're down, they pump, they dump, they pump, they dump. It's relentless, So anyone who can come out ahead every week, even if it's a small profit, is doing exceptionally well. Now, I'm pretty upfront about my results. This is the real deal here, guys. Okay, I don't do what I would say 95% of Telegram signal providers do, and they hide their losses. No. If you've been doing this for a while, you would have experienced what I'm talking about. Anyway, slow and steady wins this race, and that's what I'm about. Okay, guys, so with that, jump on board, and you can connect your account to mine, automatically traded. That's slow and steady wins the race. And you can see earlier on we had a couple of nice weeks, but I'm determined to go for 5 hour a week if I can, and we'll see how we go. To 2.2, 5.37. Yeah, that's a really good week when you can achieve something like that. Alrighty, with that, hope you have a great day, safe trading, and see you in the next one.